Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. What a Friday night SmackDown. Numbers game looked like it was going nowhere for the OG Bloodline. You had Solo fucking basically call out Roman and the Bloodline, and it was like, listen, I got you outmatched right now. We got 5. You only got 4 people. You guys just might as well surrender now and join forces with me, and we can run WWE together. Well, Paul Heyman had other words to say about that. Paul Heyman made his return. Looked good. Nice suit and shit. And not only did he make his return, but he flat out told him, like, it is not going to be 4-on-5. And in fact, it's going to be 5-on-5 with this man. And CM Punk's music hit. I was a little surprised, but I also heard rumors that it was going to that there was a possibility of CM Punk joining up with them. And so his music hits, he runs in the ring, and then just starts pounding away, and then next thing you know, Solo's Bloodline is practically defeated and out of the ring. And Roman, I think, was just as shocked as everybody else that the wise man brought in CM Punk to help. And Jimmy was grateful. Jimmy and Jay were grateful. Sami Zayn, I know, was really grateful. But I think towards, like, after the show ended, I think Roman finally realized, like, hey, I can't complain that Paul Heyman did me a favor and pledged his loyalty to me and for the founding members of the Bloodline. So I'm gonna do this at War Games with this guy. CM Punk, on the other hand, flat out said, like, I didn't do this for you. Paul Heyman asked me for this favor. So he's doing it out of respect to the wise man, which kudos to Paul Heyman. Big kudos out to Triple H and everybody. This is getting to be really interesting. The way that these stories are set up. The biggest one that I'm really into right now is this whole Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens beef. I mean, you talk about a guy like Kevin Owens, basically done anything and everything wherever he may have been, lacing his boots at. Comes to WWE, instantly knocks it out of the water for NXT. Gets a shot to go up to the main roster, and absolutely killed it. And he's a Grand Slam champion, phenomenal tag team competitor, phenomenal singles competitor. KO is what his t-shirts typically say. Fight Owens, fight. He loves to fight. Not only that, but he loves the business. He loves professional wrestling, and he takes his career seriously. So his beef with Cody Rhodes was all along because he's been fighting the bloodline, Roman Reigns bloodline, for about 4 years on and off. And now that Roman Reigns is back, he needed a partner at Bad Blood, which Roman Reigns didn't say, I want Cody. Cody put himself in that match. Well, remember when they asked Kevin Owens, he was supposed to come down on the ring and give everybody his thoughts. He was interrupted, but you could just tell, he's like playing it off like, I'm not bent out of shape about it. No, that truly hit him on the chin, and he held on to that for a while until he just lost it and snapped. Which that was after Bad Blood in the parking lot. So Cody teaming up with Roman, that for Kevin Owens, he considered Cody Rhodes a really good friend. And to him, he stabbed him in the back and betrayed him. Because he teamed up against someone that he teamed up against a guy in a group that he didn't see eye to eye with. And they weren't on the same page. Later on, obviously Sammy leaving, he got to be close to Sammy again. Obviously, because after Sammy turned on Roman, they became tag team champions at the main event last at WrestleMania 39. And then, Sammy went on to do big things, become Intercontinental Champion. But Kevin Owens is, not really nothing going on. I mean, that also plays into it also. And he was also really angry because his friend Randy Orton was even pissed off about what happened, what he did to Cody, jumping him out by his fucking tour bus after the PLE. And things kind of got out of hand. Security got in the ring. Tensions were high, and he ended up, all Randy Orton wanted to do was pull Owens back, console him, and he ended up got an elbow in his mouth. And with Randy Orton, there are tensions, and things are about to ignite. One thing that will ignite something like that, especially with Randy Orton, any physical contact whatsoever. That's all it takes, and Randy Orton is going to snap. So, yes, Randy Orton punched him in the mouth. And Kevin didn't like that either. He felt like just because he had issues with Cody, that Randy didn't need to stick his nose in his business. So he's like, well, now you're siding with Cody, so you obviously, are all for the bloodline. Basically told Cody, I was at the main event trying to help you win that title, trying to help you take down the bloodline. And he said, and I was with you when you finally won the title. And, there was no more bloodline. But to him, it's just all betrayal up to this point. And Cody's just like not having it. He's just like, dude, save the whining and the moping for somebody else, because I could see right through it. He goes, this is Kevin mad at Kevin. You just want to find somebody to blame for your issues, because you're not, the baby face. You're not the top guy. It's like, this is truly Kevin versus Kevin right now. So I think it's going to get really interesting going up into War Games, especially with this feud in general. And depending on the stipulations for this fight, I could see it being like obviously for the championship. And I just think, I would do 60-minute Iron Man match. Bring back the Iron Man match. I think this would be for it all, right for the grit right here. I mean, Kevin Owens says that he's one of the best fighters in the business. He's a top guy. But Cody Rhodes is also the WWE champion. He is also the Crown Jewel champion this year. Give it that, Kevin Owens is a Grand Slam champion. I think it would be an interesting fight. Like I said, to determine who the best is, I say you give them a 60-minute Iron Man match. And with that 60-minute Iron Man match, you're gonna see, out of like the early parts of the gate, you're gonna see like quick roll ups, quick beat downs here and there, and some instant strike finishers, get the quick pinfalls and stuff. But once you start moving on, like towards the end of that Iron Man match, going into the deeper water, it's all about who's got the stamina, who's storing that stamina to be able to go in the later minutes. You've already gone through everything. You're gassed out. You don't know how much you got left in the tank. But it takes a true warrior to get through all that, still come out on top. So I think you give them a 60-minute Iron Man match. I wouldn't do anything, like out of the ordinary, but this one just feels like it's like an Iron Man type match. And I think the next time those two do battle, Saturday night main event. Triple H brought it back. hell, why not? Let them duke it out. And I say for that one, WWE Championship on the line, steel cage. Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes, steel cage. Nope, Cody has not turned heel. He's still babyface. It's actually Kevin Owens that's turned heel. But more importantly, Shinsuke Nakamura and LA Knight. Now this is gonna be a really, really good match, I think, between these two guys. Very, very, I'd say adamant Shinsuke Nakamura. He's trying to get back in the feel of things, and he sees LA Knight as the one true vulnerable fucking guy right now. Raw's stacked, especially at mid card. Everybody's all trying to gun for Braun Breaker. And on SmackDown, you just have for the mid card, LA Knight, Andrade, and a few guys here and there, but it's just like outside of LA Knight and Andrade, you need a guy like Shinsuke. He's one of those guys who's been around all the world, won championships, all that stuff everywhere he's been, mainly in Japan. Well respected in the business. But having a match against a guy like Shinsuke Nakamura, I think this helps build up LA Knight. I've been like thinking this, for good like last 2 months is just like he just needs a really good opponent to really like build up his character. Because he really hasn't had a like really true like rival as an opponent, and because he's just just been winning matches, doing this thing, hasn't really had any issues with anybody, and here comes Shinsuke Nakamura, and I think this one's going to be a really good feud. Also, I just don't want them to do the same old crap that they were doing with Shinsuke Nakamura previously before he had his MIA status, where you put him in these situations and it's just like they put him in those situations and he just got decimated like he was a jobber. It was just like, this is a well-respected wrestler in this business. I wouldn't have him in that match as a jobber. No. Like, a whole jobber thing for a guy of his caliber shouldn't even be a thought. You want him to be at that high level competition level, not all the way low down on the bar. I just think the way that they used him before he went on his retreat and his vacation, I feel like that was a slap in the face and was disrespectful to his craft. But I'm all for them, with the heel Shinsuke, with his promos and everything. But it's just like the match itself. It's just like you can't keep having this guy just get decimated. Like if he's gonna lose, at least have it be like a back and forth fucking match. Cause that's really the type of guy he is. Not just fucking get absolutely fucking wrecked. No. But I think at this point in Nakamura's career, he just wants to do what's best for WWE right now. And that's, be loyal to a good brand, loyal to Triple H, and do what he can with what time that he has left before he decides he wants to hang it up. But yeah, love this field that's gonna be going on between Shinsuke and LA Knight. LA Knight's gonna get built up. I think this, because if Shinsuke beats him, right? So if Shinsuke beats him for the U.S. title, I think this elevates LA Knight back up into the WWE Championship picture. It has to. After doing battle with Roman last year, you kind of had that feel for LA Knight that he got to that level, but he wasn't quite ready. But I think after watching him after that match with Roman, I think he's got better as a competitor. But I think you need to put better opponents in front of him. I mean, yeah, it's good having them, run through the fucking mid and low tier guys here and there because somebody's got to put those guys in their place. But also, you got those guys that are scratching and clawing to get something too, so you can't overlook those guys. But I think if he loses to Shinsuke Nakamura, I think this elevates him back up into the main title picture. So possibly after, we don't know how long this Cody and fucking Kevin's gonna go on for, but I'd say maybe shoot for after WrestleMania. I'd say the next pay-per-view after WrestleMania, which can probably be Backlash. I would do fucking LA Knight and fucking Cody Rhodes. Really thought it was interesting that WWE's finally doing stuff for the women's division, giving them a mid-card title. That was a must. And basically I see them, like I said, I see them doing it on Raw too, Women's Intercontinental Championship. Reports Becky Lynch is probably going to be returning soon, which I take that as Royal Rumble to me. And then hopefully some more talent Triple H can bring in that are from outside of WWE. I've been hearing lots about Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix from AEW. So Phoenix was supposed to uh, sign with WWE, but then Tony Khan added on added on, I think it was like a year to his contract for like injury fucking shit. So he's still under contract, and he's got to fucking wait. So I think that's why Pentagon's fucking waiting, because he's like, look, dude, fucking when you're out of your contract, he's like, we can go and do this shit together. Which I say, fucking put these two fools on fucking Monday Night Raw. You know, given that you do got the Motor City Machine Guns and all these other guys on SmackDown. Fucking Finn Balor and JD McDonough need some real some real competition. Not saying that the War Raiders aren't. They are, but I feel like you need to add more good tag teams to a tag team division. Like, you need to be able to set the bar in the tag team division. You need to set the standards, and that right there itself builds up a tag team division. Guys can't take each other lightly. Guys got to fucking really work on the craft, work on communication with each other as a tag team, and they really got to get down to the ins and outs, because you know, losing, say, like every fucking uh couple matches and really not getting anywhere, it's like, why even have a fucking tag team, bro? And the whole point of you guys trying to get together is like, you know, you guys are striving for something, but you need to actually be striving for something. And I think boosting up these tag team divisions with top talent in the tag team circuit will actually motivate these guys that are WWE tag teams that, you know, aren't from elsewhere. You keep bringing in these fucking outside guys, eventually something's got to fucking click with these homegrown guys. Like, come on, dude. Otherwise, you can find yourself in the singles division real quick. Singles division, you know, you're just looking out for yourself. But I would assume you'd want the best for yourself if you're not going to want the best for a team. So, and you find out who's a team player and who's actually a fucking team I. Or sometimes people, you know, just lose chemistry after over the years and just fall apart. I mean, prime example right now is you look at the whole DIY, and they're having a I wouldn't say a fallout, but they're having a little spat. Tommaso's still pissed off that they haven't gotten a fucking rematch. And they've been getting fucking screwed over. And then you have this whole Xavier Woods and fucking Kofi thing. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, Kofi's trying to come from a good place. But, I mean, at some point, you have to understand and you have to fucking feel for Xavier Woods. I mean, you've gone tooth and nail to war with your brothers, Big E, Kofi Kingston, you get to this point in your career, and you want to set the bar, and you want to set the standards, and you want to, at this point, you're looking at legacy for the tag teams, all time here. And so you're trying to keep reaching like new heights. Okay, you want a title. Your name keeps getting etched in that book, keeps getting etched. And at some point, he's looking like, dude, if we get this together, we can win championships, and we can be the greatest tag team of all time in WWE. Because they're right there. They are in my top five for sure, for sure. And with what they got going on right now, either something has got to change. I don't know whether that's him trying to convince fucking Kofi to, like, dude, just stop fucking being the nice guy. You keep getting fucked over being the nice guy. Sometimes it's just, I don't need to be the nice guy. Right now, you guys are fighting and clawing. Get what you want. You're trying to get to the top, etch your name up in the history books. Try to be the greatest of all time as a tag team in WWE. And what more reason than now? After you beat Alpha Academy, which I'm not gonna say that's gonna get you your fucking big leap of faith up into that fucking title picture, but go up against a team like the War Raiders, go up against the Authors of Pain, um, go up against the Judgment Day. Whether that be fucking Dom and Carlito, Easy W, or you're going up against JD and Finn with the help of Carlito and Dominic and Liv, probably an L. But I mean, something's got to change. Maybe it takes Big E showing up for this New Day celebration ceremony thing. Maybe it takes Big E with some like inspirational words and advice to help these guys. You got to remember, through a lot of those title reigns with the New Day, 9 times out of the 10, Big E was holding one of those belts. Because they would do that every match. They'd swap out. And I hate that at that time WWE didn't introduce the trios championships to where all 3 members could have been champions. I think if they would have did that back then, I think that would have been the team for those belts. They would have dictated, they would have determined that title division for sure. They had the advantage at that time, and the next group I would have thrown in there would have been the Shield. I definitely would have threw in the Wyatt family, and I want to say I'd put in Sheamus, Cesaro, and Wade Barrett back then, because it was like the League of Nations or whatever the fuck it was called. But it would have ran through the New Day if they would have been trios champions. But fast forward at 2024, New Day thought that they had a member when they had this Odyssey Jones feller, and some shit happened outside of WWE, and WWE was like, "Look, dude, we're already we're already all over world news about shit and allegations that don't have anything to do with us. They have shit to do with the founder." And you not thinking of the company and being on Diddy time when you're not fucking supposed to be fucking around to find out, because you're thinking of your career, you're thinking of your family, you're thinking of your image. It's just like you left NXT. Goal was to get to the main roster. Last thing I'm not gonna do is fuck that off doing some dumb shit. Okay. I get it. Young kids do a lot of crazy stuff. A lot of stuff they do regret. Okay. Some of these things that you get yourself into, you can regret it all you want, but some of the shit happens and there ain't no coming back from it. And when you get involved in criminal shit that has stuff to do with uh, with women or children, there ain't no coming back from that. You gotta live with that the rest of your life. But these guys, they need to make better choices. They can't be just thinking of themselves, for that matter. They need to make better choices. So WWE just let go of all ties right there, and it's like, look, dude, we don't fucking like the whole harming on women thing. So you're gonna have to find another job. Gave him his walking papers. Um, I mean, Xavier Woods was already fucking pissed about that decision because Kofi didn't even enlighten him about this. He had to find out. I'm like, look, dude, I've been with you how long now? And this is something you're gonna keep from me. So that right there kind of put him on edge too. And now Kofi trying to be the good guy, fucking kind of, I'm sorry to say it, Kof, but trying to kind of going soft now, bro. And Woods just wants what's best for the New Day, and what he sees as best for the New Day is New Day being on top of that mountain, and New Day being the first head that's on the WWE Tag Team Mount Rushmore. That's the big picture that Woods is looking at right now. He's looking at it like, look, dude, only people that are in front of us that can really determine our outcomes. Authors of Pain, because Final Testament's always fucking around with them. War Raiders, they're back, they're on a roll. But even when they were the Viking experience, the Viking Raiders, they're a dominant tag team. So they got the War Raiders in front of them. They got the Judgment Day. All right. Judgment Day likes handling their business in the numbers game. And so I think that's going to be a problem also, because it's like you just got out of that feud with the Final Testament. And the whole reason why they brought Odyssey Jones in is because you guys are getting your ass kicked week in and week out. And now you also got the Wyatt Six. All right. but they're not actually, they're handling business on those who have wronged them, or those who are wronging others and deceiving others. So that's why they're after the Miz in the Final Testament right now. So this opens the door of opportunity for the New Day. So I think they need to. I just think they need some consolidation, and they need to have that sit down in the ring with Big E, and I think he can give them some words of encouragement and some advice to advance themselves up to a higher level in the tag team division. No, this is a WWE podcast. I'm talking WWE. If you aren't interested in the podcast, you don't have to watch. But things lately in the WWE have been really great. Triple H introducing more options internationally for WWE to go to and travel. Um, big thing going on to this WrestleMania tour is that you're going to be in places like in Europe, for example. London's going to have a couple venues where they're going to be on the road to WrestleMania tour. France, Belgium. Not drunk or high, dude. This is a wrestling podcast. I just stated this. I'm talking WWE. It's a WWE podcast. If you don't like it, you don't have to tune in and watch, dude. But yeah, so they're going on a tour, and I think from there it's gonna be off the chains. Europe in general, they always have the biggest sold out gates, so they really have a lot of attendance, and fans really do travel really well when it comes to Europe. Uh, Big diehard wrestling fans, usually sold out, packed out, and it's usually really loud. It gets really loud there. So I think having it in Europe this year rather than the States, I think it's bigger for WWE. It's going to create more revenue, and I think once you keep bringing in more talent, I just think the product's gonna get better. So another interesting match is going to be this women's war games. Um, you're gonna have Rhea Ripley, who made that return. Uh, really, this is really gonna elevate her, and it's gonna be a really big impact. So it's gonna be really entertaining to watch this women's war game outcome. Just for the simple fact that all the chips are with the Judgment Day and Liv Morgan. She went out. She got Raquel Rodriguez. Um, Basically took everything what she said she was going to do to Rhea Ripley, and she's getting everything back in tenfold. I'm a firm believer of karma, and I think this is karma coming right back around. So I think after this War Games match, this really elevates Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, I think after War Games, Saturday night main event, I think Rhea can take the title off of Liv, and I think after that is just like need to get past this whole Judgment Day Rhea Ripley storyline. So hopefully it can be done at Saturday night main event. Hopefully. I mean, what more is there? But I think the next thing that could happen is for a feud with the Judgment Day would be Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany said it herself that she's looking for gold. Nia's telling her, well, you better get fucking Liv. And she's like, well, you got a title too, so I'm interested in that title also. And every time Nia's had a match, she's come down with the briefcase. And to Nia's advantage, each time she saw Liv, each time she saw Tiffany, well, each time she saw Liv, she's fucking stomped her out. But each time she saw Tiffany, Tiffany's just like, no. It's like we all get what you're trying to do here. You're coming out because you think it's the right time and it's your time that you should cash in. Well, if you're gonna cash in, be about cashing in. Like, conquer the moment and cash in. But I'm excited for War Games. It's gonna be really big. It's gonna be fun to watch, especially those War Games matches themselves. And WWE's going on up into Canada. That's gonna be awesome. Elimination Chamber is gonna be in Toronto, so that's gonna be pretty cool too. Royal Rumble is going to be in Indianapolis. Cool. And got WrestleMania in Vegas this year. Which I think it Royal Rumble, I think you may see some big name returns, some surprise returns, and you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see some debuts. So, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, could sit here and talk all day about WWE and its competition everything like that. But WWE is truly what it stands for, and that's the best uh, wrestling promotion in the business, and still is to this day. And there's a reason why they're first class when it comes to wrestling promotions. It's the place that you want to be if you are a wrestler or a woman looking to wrestle. Um, they used to talk about how baseball was America's pastime. Well, WWE's America's pastime 365 days out of the year. For all the people that buy tickets, buy merchandise, watch, it is. WWE gets they don't get any off days. They don't have an off season. Their full goal. Their full goal year round. They're all go. So I think it's time for a lot of these companies, especially like AEW, to really monitor and really think about what they're putting out there as product, and when they think about taking shots at WWE, because WWE's continuing to show them you ain't got nothing on our product. I mean, in the beginning, I had high hopes for AEW, but now they can't even pack their arenas. I mean, go back to 2014, 2015, the old Ring of Honor. I went to a Ring of Honor event, and this was in like a high school like gymnasium or something of that sort, and it was actually packed out. I mean, AEW's having these venues at these small like arenas and stuff like that, and they're not even packed out. And it's like, why even waste the money going to these big big venues to them, not even sell them out. Like everybody, there's like a bunch of gaps all over with seating and stuff in the stands and stuff, and it's just like, why even set yourself up for these type of venues if you yourself aren't ready or prepared for those type of venues? I mean, they should just do like high school auditoriums or smaller like settings. I wouldn't go to any like hockey arenas or any like basketball arenas and stuff like that if you're not ready for it. I mean, best thing I could tell you is stick down there in Jacksonville where you've been at. That's the best option I got for you, is stick to your fucking wrestling down in the Daly's place and doing stuff up and down in that Jaguar stadium when the Jags aren't there, because Tony Khan and his dad also own the Jacksonville Jaguars. So not only did they got a shitty wrestling promotion, but they also got a shitty football team. Well, that's going to close out Shield TV. I want to thank, and I want to give a shout out to the 43 viewers, 42 now, that have been watching. It's been a blast. I'm glad I could interest you in watching till the end of this podcast. For more updates on this podcast. This is Shield TV. This is a WWE podcast. I air this every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So you can check me out on Facebook. Got the YouTube. We're on Roku right now streaming. So give a shout out to all the pages. Check out Huddle Sports Network, where you can get all your access to WWE, MMA, baseball, football, whatever you're into for the sports world. That's your network for you. It's free to download. Free channel. If you got Fire Stick as well. You can type in Huddle Sports Network, pops right up. So all things football related, MMA, WWE here, myself. Whether you're a Packer fan, Bear fan, whatever, you can check out these if you're interested, and I think you'll enjoy it. So thank you all for coming on, and I will see you guys next Saturday at 11 a.m.